Hey all you YouTubers out there, wanted to talk to you a little bit about this gun. I just acquired this one. Comes in a very nice case. This is a German sport gun, or guns. Retails for $367 on their site. I got it for $359 from a local store, gun shop. Actually really, it's quite an impressive little piece here. Go ahead and open it up and show you here. This is it. It weighs like a 1911. It feels really good in your hand like a 1911. Just kind of inspect the thing a little bit. Basically, it comes with a beaver tail safety. It comes with a lot of the extra add-ons that you just don't get. Of course, now folks, I'm doing a safety check here, and you can't fire this gun. This is one of the things that's kind of a big deal for a lot of people, is that you cannot fire this gun without a mag in it. And I mean, it's locked, you know. So basically, let me go over some of the basic features of the gun. You know, they say that it is mil spec, that the beaver tail grip safeties is right here. It comes with some decent grips. You've got a threaded barrel, which we'll talk about in a minute. Some of the other things that I've noticed about this gun is that it just feels really good in your hand. It's really nice. It's a really good solid gun. They stuck to really the major design elements of a 1911, of a regular 1911. You got an ambi here. This is really good, and the trigger's sort of skeletonized. This is tactical, as in you can mount all kinds of crap here, which is good. The sights aren't the best, but they aren't the worst. The hammer's nice. Let me load, of course. You know, I think safety checks are fine, but it just gets cumbersome and old. I've sit here and I've fooled with this gun, and there's nothing in it. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that, you know, I put probably about 250 rounds through it. It's been great. It's been a champ. And I mean, it fires great. Everything on it works just fine. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why are you worrying yourself with a 22 when you can go get a nice 45? Well, I've got a 45 in the 1911 format, but I wanted a 22 because I wanted a gun that was good for plinking. I wanted a gun that was affordable. Let's be honest, guns are expensive, and I wanted a gun that would be cheap to shoot, i.e. 22s. So I picked this little beauty up, and I've been doing a lot of research on it. This gun is imported by ATI, American Tactical. It's got markings all over it. I mean, it's got little German markings here. It says made in Germany right there. And I've noticed after the 200 rounds or so, look at that. Just look how good it racks and it feels. Well, of course you can't feel it, but I mean, just look at that. The only thing I don't like is this part right here is actually plastic, and we're going to address that in a minute. This part here, of course, I don't have the tools to do it right now, but this spins off, and you got a threaded barrel, and it comes with a little fake suppressor. But you could actually put a real suppressor on here if you really wanted to go to all the trouble with the tax stamp and all that stuff and getting one, which, you know, with this gun I wouldn't mind doing because it's so damn quiet in general. It would be scary. And I've used this suppressor. It actually does make well, it's fake suppressor. It actually does make things a little bit quieter. And I guess that's just because it's kind of around everything and all that. But anyway, I just want to show you guys. They say 80% of the parts are completely, totally interchangeable with a regular 45. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Because, I mean, they can consider this part of the 80%, you know, which I don't think, you know, of course it wouldn't be, but, you know, they can consider this part of the 80%, you know. I've not tore it down far enough yet. I mean, I've tore it down, but I've not got into the nitty gritty of it yet. So we'll have to see how that all turns out. But in reality, you know, it's really nice. And I'll show you here the trigger pull on it. Okay, so I hope I got you inside here. So we go and we go to pull it, It is feather light. It is a very good trigger pull. Excellent. The hammer works just like it should. Everything works just like it should. It's really a great gun. So, you know, one of the things I would suggest on it is maybe changing out the sights. If you're going to use a suppressor, now these are already a little bit high, so you could see over the suppressor. But if you're going to get a real suppressor, then you're definitely going to change out your sights, and you may want to change them out anyway. And they wouldn't be that hard to do. Look at the way they're cut in, guys. They're cut in just right, the way that they should be. One thing I will note on this gun, it does come with 2 mags. I bought another one just in case. It comes with a plethora of items. You know, it's got a great warranty on it through GSG. Comes with a little sticker. Comes with all the tools to take it down. And that's one of the main things I want to talk about, is taking this gun down. Now, when you want to clean this, because you're going to want to clean a 22, you know, they get dirty. They are inherently dirty. They just get dirty. This one here, I just got back with from the range with it, and it is dirty. And I'm going to have to take it all down and clean it. Don't have time right now. It's going to have to wait. But it's just a wonderful firearm. But what I wanted to talk about was this little guy right there. And I'm hoping that you can see that. But basically, that's a little Allen key. And you've got to have that in order to field strip this, which is not a big deal. But for me, it just sort of kind of feels like, I don't know, it's a detail I wish it didn't have to be there. You know, that's the one thing I don't like. What I just noticed is that you can change the magazine drop here, button, mag drop. You can make it you can put an ambidextrous one in, or you can actually just change which side it is depending on what type of shooter you are. Let's see here. But anyway, but see, this is one thing. I'm going on a rant here. You notice that there's nothing in there, and you can't fire it. You can't do anything with the hammer. You can't do anything. You got to put a mag in it in order to do that. If you were going to use this gun in a competition, they would not let you do that. You know, so it's going to have to have. That's one downside to it. It can't be fired, but it's a safe thing too. You know. But anyway. The gun itself, I'm going to say, as far as wear goes, so far it's doing pretty well. But I think over the long haul, I think that this slide is going to be very susceptible to wear. Just the feel of it. This is made out of a zinc alloy, which is what makes it, cycle back for the 22. And you have these plastic sights on there, which I don't know if I mentioned that, but they're plastic, which is fine. But some of the true purists are going to be angry about that, and they're just not going to like that. So, if you start putting a big bunch of heavy stuff on the slide here, it's not going to want to cycle back and throw out that lighter ammunition. It's just not going to do it. So, some of the planned upgrades, of course, I'd like to do the grips on it, but they sort of feel okay. They're not that bad. Just trying to give you an all-around look at it here. And there's a wonderful company out there. Well, I've yet to see if they're wonderful. I don't like to say if anybody's wonderful until I've actually dealt with them a little bit. But it's called CW Accessories, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit here too in regards to this gun. Basically, they have several products for the SIG and for the GSG 1911, which they're pretty much, they're not the same gun, but they have a lot of the same internals, so a lot of the same parts are going to work, just like the 1911s across the board. You can change out a lot of stuff. But they offer a few things at CW Accessories, which I think is interesting. And one of the things I'm going to look into getting very soon is a mainspring housing here, and possibly a mag well to go along with it, so you can slap it up in there, But that will do away with this whole safety issue about dropping that and this not being able to fire. You'll be able to drop the hammer. That actually fixes that. And that's a $29 part, and that goes right there. So, as I was researching this gun after I bought it, I got online and I found a place called, like I said a minute ago, CW Accessories. Went and I talked to Chet about this. Emailed him back and forth. They seemed pretty decent on the level. And I bought what they call the Performance Enhancement System, and they give you installation instructions. It's a pretty nice little deal here, and it comes with all these little parts. And I went ahead and I went with stainless, even though this is a tactical gun and a gun should be black, you know. I want it to be kind of cool, you know. I mean, for me, it would just be nice. For me, I'd like it. So you got a stainless steel barrel cap here. You've got, this is the performance hands in system here. I mean, this is the whole deal. This is the enchilada. I mean, you've got so many different parts that actually comes in here, you know. You've got the, what's going to replace this plastic. You've got a new guide rod, stainless, which is awesome. And of course, we're going to, and I'll explain this in just a second. What I want to say is that you're actually going to get, this is a power recoil spring, which is going to be a lot better. And you're going to get a frame hole plug kit, which is right there. The barrel cap. I mean, you know, you see what you get here. You get a lot of stuff, and this kit's cheap. I mean, it's not that bad. Right now, it's $83. I would highly suggest it if you have one of these, or if you have the SIG. But what this is going to do is this is going to take out the need for that little Allen key. Okay, so when I field strip it, I'll be able to field strip it like a regular 1911, which will be excellent. That's really good. So as far as groupings go, how does this thing fire? That's one of the questions I'm going to get asked. How does this thing fire? This thing fires actually very well, and I'm still in love with the way that this thing, the tolerances on it are so tight. It fires excellent. I took it out to the range, and like I said, I just put 200 rounds through it. I probably put a total, maybe 250 total. I've not been keeping a super duper count, but I use CCI, and I just used some cheap stuff that they had there too. I forgot even what it was. I forgot the brand. It was just what they had. But CCI fired. It chewed up everything I threw at it. Didn't have one issue at all. Was really nice. And again, that trigger is so nice in this thing. There's no grit in it. There's nothing. So okay, end of story on this thing. I'd highly recommend it. $350. A lot of people would say, oh, well, you know, I can get a kit that will completely, totally make my SIG or my Kimber fire 22s, and I don't need another gun. Well, first of all, it's always great to get another gun. Secondly, it's nice to have a gun dedicated to 22s. And who wants to take their really nice 1911 all the way apart just to put a 22, you know, slide and all the stuff on it and all the different parts in order to make it fire 22s instead of 45s? I mean, I certainly don't want to do that. So in the end, what I'm going to say about this gun, and I'm doing this is the second video, because the first video I don't think I did a really good job on reviewing it. Wanted to talk a little bit more about it and some of the more specific things. I like the beaver tail safety is really great. The hammer on this thing is really nice. It's just a really great piece all over. I would highly suggest this over some of your other stuff. Let's see, I just want to get a flashlight on it so you guys can actually really see it. I'm hoping this actually helps a little bit. It would be really nice. Of course, I wouldn't mount this flashlight on there, but I'd like to get a flashlight to mount on there. I'm not a real big fan of lasers, but hey, you know what? To each their own. I mean, I might have a laser eventually at some point. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it on up. We're going to do, I will videotape in correct motion, not a time lapse or anything. I will actually do a real good review. Not a review, but I will do an installation of this kit and of the magwell as well. When I get that, I will do that. I will make you guys up a nice video on that and show you how easy it is to do or how difficult it is to do. And I'll let you know what Chet acts like at CW Accessories. So far, customer service has been really good. I want a black one. I don't want the stainless back here. And he's currently out of those, but he says he just got some in stock and he may have some, so I'm waiting to hear back on that. But anyway, point is, this is a really good gun for $350, a 22 that you can go out and go plinking with and will run with the rest of them. I highly suggest it. Highly suggest it. So That's all I have to say on this. This is DIY Guy XD signing off. If you have any comments, please leave them. If you have any questions, please leave them. Don't feed trolls, but I feed everybody else, so go ahead, ask away. Certainly appreciate any feedback, positive or negative. That's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here to help you and to answer your questions. And like I said again, it comes with all kinds of neat little stuff here. I mean, you even get a sticker, so that's kind of cool, you know. But for 350 bucks, whatever, you know, it's an excellent buy. So anyway, I'm gonna hush my mouth now. I'm gonna sign off. DIY Guy XD. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe. You know, would love to have some more followers so I can do some more gun reviews for you guys. We're going to be doing an Archangel kit very soon on my Ruger 1022. We're going to be doing a trigger job on 2 of my XDs. We're going to be doing a lot of different gunsmithing type of things, and I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews. And whatever you guys want to see, go ahead and comment and let me know. I'm all for it. So I hope you have a good one. And again, just so you know it's me, Fear No Evil, Springfield Armory. It's my hat. Have a good one.